Okay, so today we'll talk about CMT program, okay, and a little bit beyond that. Okay, so how CMT program can help us and how we go beyond CMT program and what are the ways what we can do after that. Okay, so today's agenda basically is to know about the CMT program. I assume you know what is CMT. So CMT is basically Chartered Market Technician. This is the highest designation in technical analysis and a profound designation to anybody. Okay, we'll talk a little bit about CMT Level 1 because I assume some of you may be interested in giving CMT Level 1 exam. Yes, so you may need to know a little bit about that. What are the conditions and things required to be known for that? So we'll discuss that. What are the fee structure of the CMT program for all the three levels of CMT, and why we need to have coaching of trading heads for the CMT program. Okay. And also we'll understand how and why CMT can help us in accelerating as a trader, as an analyst, and what are the job opportunities, all those things also we'll discuss, and then how you can crack the CMT exam, basic understanding of how you can crack the CMT exam, that also we'll discuss. And then at the end, we'll have a small session of around 45 minutes which will be on candlestick patterns. I'll discuss some, in fact, one candlestick pattern which is called hammer pattern. Maybe all of you may have known a little bit about hammer pattern and how I see hammer patterns, and I have done some study on hammer pattern. So I'll share that with you and see how we work on such patterns after doing CMT, or what is the ultimate effect of that, right? So that we'll see. So first, little bit about the CMT program. So it's a professional designation. Okay, so it's parallel to CFA. CFA is the highest designation in financial analysis, more of a fundamental analysis, which we say reading the balance sheets, profit ratios, revenue, and all those things go into CFA. Okay, CMT is more into technical analysis, basically the study of prices, stock prices. It can be for any market. It can be commodities. It can be your bonds, anything which is liquid. Your cryptocurrencies. Technical analysis can be deployed in any of these markets. Okay. CMT Association is the organizing body who conducts the exam and who defines the curriculum for the CMT program. Okay, so they are the ultimate body. Previously, it was known as MTA, that was Market Technicians Association. Then they changed the name to CMT. I think 3 4 years back they changed the name. Every year they do some changes in the curriculum, a near bit around 10%. This year's 2023 curriculum is out, and there has been no major change in level 1 syllabus. So the syllabus is the same which was there for 2022. As per my understanding, there is no change. Okay, still in that detail has not come in from the CMT Association. Okay, but even if there's a change, it will be very marginal. Okay, so you can study the 2022 curriculum also for 23. That there won't be any problem. Okay, they do major enhancements after every 5 years. The last major advances was there in 2015. After that, also there have been some changes. Okay, marginal changes has been there, but in the last 2 years there hasn't been major changes in the curriculum. The curriculum makes sure that the participants apply for technical analysis with discipline and objectivity to remove subjective bias from their processes. So the curriculum is designed in such a way that you are very disciplined in following the curriculum, and also the market, what we are studying, the technical analysis which you're saying is objective. It's not very subjective, because subjective things understand that it's difficult to make money out of subjective things, right? So if you're not sure, if you're not confident about a particular study, then it's difficult to make money out of it. Okay, it's all in ambiguity, right? So you need to have objective analysis, objective rule-based or evidence-based analysis for being successful in the markets. So the curriculum makes sure that we focus more on objective things than subjective things. Although there are some subjective things in the curriculum, but most of the things are objective. Okay. Illustrate the complementary nature of technical analysis with other disciplines, including fundamental analysis, quantitative analysis, and macroeconomics. So CMT is not like technical analysis is not against any other discipline, right? If you're doing fundamental analysis, you can keep doing fundamental analysis. Along with that, you can also use technical analysis and enhance your knowledge, enhance your returns, enhance your understanding and analysis. Okay, so technical analysis will only add to your understanding. It will not be against your analysis. If you're already a fundamental analysis, CMT will complement that. You can have a fundamental background, and along with that, say you can select the universe which you like fundamentally. Say out of say 2,000 stocks in a national stock exchange, say you have fundamentally found that around 300 stocks are having good fundamentals. Now, among these 300 stocks, you cannot buy all of them, correct, at any given point of time. So, which one to buy? Okay, you cannot have a portfolio of more than say 50 stocks. Maximum we can say 50 stocks, right? Or maybe you like to have it concentrated. That can be 10 to 15 stocks also. Okay, so if you even if you take a bigger portfolio of 50 stocks, then also you have to leave 250 stocks, which are although they are fundamentally good, but there has to be some criteria where you have to leave those 250 stocks, right? So technical analysis can help you in identifying those 50 stocks. What is the right timing for these stocks? When to enter them, when to exit them, and enter to another stock. So you can rotate your capital at the right time, right? Along with this, it will also help you to work with quantitative analysis like statistics, Z-score, and things which are there in statistics. You can use technical analysis along with that, because statistics, if you see, are mostly numbers, right? Statistics is numbers, but technical analysis about is all about charts. Okay, so when you convert these numbers, these statistics into into charts, then it becomes more meaningful. Then you can see more statistics at one page, at one screen, okay, and give more meaningful definition to those statistics. So converting technical analysis is nothing but converting your data into charts and seeing the charts and analyzing those charts, right? So this will help you in analyzing your data, your statistics in a more better way, in a more visually appealing way, right? And along with that, it will also help you into macroeconomics, like inflation, how to analyze inflation data, how to analyze employment data. So all these things are also covered in CMT program. Okay, so they technical analysis and all these things go hand to hand. If there is high inflation, if the interest rates are very high, obviously the market may not perform very well. So along with technical analysis, if you see these things also, your analysis can be better. Okay, so all these things, some part of fundamental analysis is also covered in this. Some part of quantitative analysis is also covered. Some part of macroeconomic is also covered in CMT program. Okay. I think there's a question from Atif Dikshit. It says, sorry to interrupt, sir, but we will get this presentation, or should I make notes? You will get this presentation. Whoever has attended this session, I'll email this presentation to you. So don't worry, you don't need to make any notes. Okay, don't worry at all. Okay, just concentrate on the topic. Okay, that will be much more informative than taking notes. I'll send you the presentation, don't worry. And if there's anything which is out of the presentation, you can always call me. At the end, my email address and contact details will be there, so you can always connect with me. Okay, so those people who do CMTs, okay, they have the ability to apply technical analysis And also using these technical analysis, you can manage risk, you can manage your portfolio, you can manage various asset classes, you can do multi-time frame analysis, a lot of things. You get experienced and expert in these things. Ultimately, the biggest problem with a lot of other type of analysis is that managing risk, right? Where to exit. Okay, there are ways to entry. Like if I give an example of fundamental analysis, nothing against them. Okay, but if I give an example of fundamental analysis, many a times we see that the fundamental analysis may give you an exit a lot late. Okay, if you use some technical analysis rules, okay, you can exit your investment little early. Okay, and protect your portfolio from a big drawdown, like a 30, 40, 50% drawdown. You can do that by applying some bit of technical analysis along with your fundamental analysis. Okay, so use fundamental analysis, but along with that, for exit or for entry, it's better that you use technical analysis, right? It provides a disciplined, systematic approach to understand the law of supply and demand in liquid markets across all asset classes. So understand one thing, that technical analysis work best in liquid markets. Anything which is illiquid, it may not work very well. Okay, because illiquid markets can be easily manipulated. Right, so anybody can manipulate it, and they know then what fundamental technical analysis analysts see, and they can do things against them for their own personal benefits. So illiquid markets, there can be manipulations. That is the reason why technical analysis may not work very well in them. But still, beyond that also, I personally have seen that still it works very well in a lot of markets. Okay, basically it is all about supply and demand. Okay, ultimately our profits, always remember one thing. Okay, our profits are dependent upon the price. Okay, no matter what are the fundamentals, okay, no matter what are the statistics are saying, what are the macroeconomics. Okay, we buy at a particular price and we sell at a particular price, right? If the fundamentals are good, but and we buy, but the price doesn't move, right? Then you cannot make money, although the fundamentals have gone better. Correct. Same way, if the fundamentals are bad, but the price goes up, still we can make money, right? Fundamentals are good, but and the price doesn't move, you will not make money, no matter what. So price is important. Okay, because our profit, our loss is dependent upon the price, not on. Although the price is made up of fundamentals, we do not decline that. We do not deny that. Okay, fundamentals are very very important. Okay, but along with that, if you see price, it will also help you. Okay, I think there's some question. Vivek says, what about those who haven't have finance degree? Okay, that doesn't matter, Vivek, because it's not so difficult that you need to have a finance degree for technical analysis. It's more of a, in finance they don't teach you about price. In finance they don't teach much about price action. They don't teach much about strength, your rated strength on and all those things. So it doesn't matter much if you're not from finance background. Okay. Yes, any designation you have, any if you are graduate from any field, any either science or arts or commerce, okay, you can still get the designation of CMT after clearing all the three levels. But yes, if you have experience, then only you'll get the degree. So you will have to get 3 years of experience. Okay, then you'll get the final designation. Okay, but always learning is always there. Okay, maybe you can get resignation little late. Okay, that should not matter much as per my understanding. Okay, but I did personally, I did CMT for learning purposes. Okay, so I personally think that learning is more important than the designation. Okay, but still, if you have a 3 year experience in finance, you'll get the designation. You can clear all the three levels, but you will get the designation only when you have 3 years of experience. Okay, so that you'll have to wait for 3 years. So you can from here on also, if you shift to finance background, it should be okay because at least 1.5 years it will take for you to clear CMT, right? So still you will get say another 1.5 years if you put in into finance field, then you can still get the designation. Okay, but you can clear all the three levels without having the finance background also. That is not a problem. One can learn to use mathematics, data, and analytic techniques to manage risk and to chart existing market prices to show trend and future pricing. So, with these tools of technical analysis, we can use mathematics, we can use data, okay, and we can use advanced techniques and to manage risk, to chart the software, to chart the prices on the charts, okay, and see the trends, see the future pricing. We can like we cannot say that we can predict future prices, but we can at least have some probabilities of what the price will do in the future. Okay, so those things we can do, and we can try to make money out of it. Okay, for CMT, it's a bachelor degree in finance is required, but as I said, it can be also in field of commerce and what you say science and arts. Only thing required is the experience. Theory experience is will be required. If you get the theory experience, then what if you have degree in science also? That's not a problem. Okay. Vivek says learning trading. For about 6 to 7 years, I have a diploma in uh, pharmacy. So I yes, you can get the CMD designation, but yes, you'll have to have a 3 year experience. Okay, from here on, if you switch to something in finance, okay, that will be better. Yeah, Nakul, you will get the recording of this session. I'll upload it on YouTube and send the link to all of you on all those who have registered for the CMT program. There, this one, this thing you'll get the recording on YouTube. It will take me at least one day, so you can expect by tomorrow or maybe by Saturday, you should get the recordings. Okay, so even if you miss some part of it, don't worry, you get that. How to prepare for the CMT and how much duration is required. Well, that all will come in the presentation that will come. How to get 3 years job experience in share market to get CMT. Okay, so first you start to do level one, okay, and some sort of technical analysis if you know, okay, like if you clear level one or even we have started level one, you can start to approach brokers and analysis team or companies uh, for the job. Okay, if you can show some skill to them, you'll definitely get job. Okay, but at least you should have some background about technical analysis, right? Then you should get job in brokerage firms, hedge funds. There are lot of companies which you'll get the jobs. Independent trading is considered as an experience or need to join a firm. Shine independent trading is not considered as an experience, unfortunately. Okay, but yes, if you have a firm and you are trading in that firm, then it is considered. So if you're trading in a personal name, is your father's name, your own name, okay, then it will not be considered. But if you are doing it in a firm's name, okay, or giving reports, making reports, analysis, okay, that all will be considered as experience. Okay, so from now on, you can at least uh, make a firm in which you are trading. So you still have 3 years, right? Okay, from here on, at least 1.5 years it will take for you to clear all the three levels, right? So from here on, also, if you start to do that, at least 1.5, 2 years will any which is pass on. Okay, so after clearing level one, we can apply for a job and have job opportunities. Yet you can still apply for the job after level one. Okay, maybe your for level one you'll not get very high salary, but at least you'll get some salary and along with the job you will also learn something, right? So it's a win-win for you. Okay. So let's come to the exam, level one exam. Okay, so what are we assessed on these things? Okay, so for level one, we are assessed for the recognition of patterns like head and shoulder, candlestick patterns, bar chart patterns, your bigger patterns like triangles, broadening patterns. So recognizing a pattern is what is expected from you. Some definitions will be expected for you, from you to be to remember, but don't worry too much. They don't ask definitions word by word, so you don't need to worry exact word by word definitions. But the basic understanding and concepts is to be clear. Yeah, basic understanding of concept within technical analysis. So, the first level expectations are that you know the basics. Okay, the concepts, the construction of indicators, the construction of chart. Okay, the scales of chart. So all these things are expected from you to be remembered. The approximate reading material for level one is only 600 pages, not a very big. It's just one book. Okay, so that's the reading material. Approximated minimum time I would say is 100 hours. Okay, some people who are slow learners can take more than that. It can be 120 hours or it can be 150 hours, dependent upon person to person. Okay, like I'm a slow learner, so it will it may take more hours for me, maybe 150 hours for me. Okay, so depends, but generally, if you put at least 100 hours, that is the minimum thing which is required. Okay, and these understand that these 100 hours, or even if I take 150 hours, okay, it's not a big deal. Okay, if I show you a simple mathematics, okay, we have still 4 months, right? First June, somewhere after first June will be your exam. Okay, so if I take 150 hours also, okay, and how many days we have? Right, around 120 days we have, right? Minimum 4 months we have. January, let's forget January. February, March, April, May, 4 months minimum we have, right? So it is almost like 1 hour a day, so not a big deal, correct? And 600 of study material, if you have 120 days and you divide 600 by 120, it is 5 pages a day, right? But even if you say that I have to read it twice, make it 1200, then also it is 10 pages a day. So if you start from now, it is very very easy, okay, to clear level one. Okay, it's definitely possible. For 10 pages, I don't think a slow reader like me will take more than 1 hour. Okay, so 1 hour every day is the minimum which I would say. Along with that 1 hour, I would say that you see some of the charts. It's very very important because it's the entire technical analysis is based on charts. At least give half an hour every day to see some charts. If it is already there in your work profile, it's best. Okay, what I recommend is that whatever concept you read or whatever concept, say if you take a coaching either from me or from anybody anywhere else, okay, whatever they teach you and whatever you read, see that concept on the charts every day. Okay, so 1 hour of reading or watching a video or something, and at least half an hour of watching those concepts on the chart. That's the best combination which will help you to clear the exam very very easily. Okay, this thing if you do that, watching the charts, if you do, then passing will be very very easy. Okay. The questions in the exam will be around 132, out of which 120 will be marked and 12 are pre-test questions. So you don't need to worry about pre-test questions. You don't know which are those pre-test questions. So I personally say that don't worry about those. Okay, you have to do best in your 132 questions. You have to answer 132 questions. For you, the purpose is to get at least 75% from these 132 questions, and these 132 questions you have to complete in 2 hours. Okay, so it looks little less time, but I personally feel that it's not less. You can still crack it. Okay, personally, if say I'm a very very slow learner, So still, if I can do it in the first attempt, I don't see any reason why anybody else cannot do it. Okay. So exams are conducted at promotic centers, which are currently in Mumbai. It is at Goregaon West. It is also there in Ahmedabad, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, Calcutta. Okay, so in India, these are the centers. If you are from outside India, then there are centers in almost every country. So or maybe nearby country. So there should not be a problem. And another advantage you have is that after the COVID they have started remote proctor, so you can give the exam from your home also. Okay, so that also advantage you have. You can read more about remote proctor on the CMT website or on the Prometric website. Okay, from where from which you can do the exam from the home or from your office as well. Okay, but there are some rules for that. Okay, so you'll have to obey those rules. uh, can we have private exposure for experience? I am not sure what do you mean by private exposure. Okay, personal trading is not treated as a private experience, right? But if you're doing for some sort of a research for somebody private, yes, it can be considered. If he is ready to give you a certificate, then it can be considered. Okay, which is asking, will this webinar be available somewhere to watch again? Yes, Vijay, we'll upload it on YouTube. Okay. If we sharing some freelancing consulting, uh, I don't think that will be considered as a experience. Okay, but if you do it as a firm, no, don't do it. If you want to do that, you can do that. Do one thing, create a firm right now as soon as possible. Okay, and it will be like a business. Okay, then you can it can be considered. Okay, it will be considered as experience. Okay, so maybe make it a proprietary firm. Maybe make it doesn't need to be a this thing. Okay, you can make it a sole proprietary firm, not a problem. Okay, but better that you make it a partnership. Make your father, mother, wife as a partner, so that signing authority is somebody else. Okay, so say you are not signing your own certificate, right? So try to do that. You will working for a proprietary desk because yes, proprietary desk is considered as an experience. Okay, so there's no negative marking. Good thing is that there is no negative marking. Exam is for 2 hours. Okay, so not a problem, I suppose. Target should be to get at least 75% to comfortably clear the exam. So you should at least target 75%. I've seen people failing even if they get 72, 71% also. Okay, so they do not declare the exact percentage. Each year can be different. Each semester can be different. Okay, but I've never seen a person who has got more than 75% failing. Because that is the reason I say that getting 75% in level one, you should be comfortable. Okay, Nakul, thanks for solving all queries. Appreciate your appreciation. So thanks, Nakul. Okay, I'll appreciate if you can be to the till the end of this session, because at the end we will have some fun session on candlesticks charts. Okay. Candidates may also sit for the next exam each admission. So one thing is that you cannot give two exams at a time. Like level one and level two, if you want to give together, that's not possible. Okay, so there's some brilliant people who can say that I will give level one and level two together, but that's not possible in CMT. Okay, there's no limitation on careers taking a retake exam. So there's no limits. So if you fail, you can again give the exam again. The only problem is that you have to pay the fees again to the CMT. Although sometimes they do give some discounts to people who have not able to clear. Okay, no time limit for the candidate to pass the subsequent level. So there's no limit for when you can give the next level. So if you say if you have time now, you can give level one now, and say after that you say that I will not have time. Okay, so you can give the level 2 exam after 2 years. You can give it after 1 year, after 5 years. So there's no limit that you have to give the next level immediately after the first level. Okay, or even the third level. You can give third level after 5 years. So if you have time, at least do level 1. And if you see that after say 6 months I will not be having time, maybe I have a marriage or something else. Okay, that's not a problem. Okay. Okay, those who have a CFA charter, okay, they are given exemption from level 1 exam, so they can directly give level 2 exam. So that's a big benefit for level 1 for CFA charter holders. Okay, maybe many people don't know this. Okay, that is why I make sure that we communicate this thing to the candidates. Okay, so if you're a charter holder of CFA, then you can directly give level 2. But what I recommend is that at least you read the book of level 1, because level 1 concept, many of those concepts were not covered in CFA. Okay, then level 2 may look little difficult to you because you've not done level 1. So at least read the level 1 book. For CFA charter holders, that should not be a problem. 600 pages is nothing for them, right? So a little bit about trading heads. Okay, so this is the firm started by me. Okay, it's my dream initiative for the purpose of educating and mentoring new aspirants and executives, also professionals, for not only to graduate in professional designations like CFA, CMT, CQF, okay, but also to become successful traders. So my purpose of taking the classes is not only for you to clear the designations, okay. I want all my students to be successful traders, because I personally feel that that is the purpose why we do such things, some such designation, because we want to earn money, not by giving analysis to somebody else, but making money on our own money, right? So I personally like to go beyond technical analysis, beyond CMT syllabus also, and we do some exercises which are not in the CMT syllabus also, but which are important for you to understand as a trader or as an investor. Okay, the instructors and trading heads are real life considered profitable trader having 16 plus years of trading and investing experience. So I myself have a 16 years plus experience. Okay, right now I'm the only instructor. Okay, so I'll teach for all the three levels, but we do intend to hire more people, hire our own students basically for coaching of maybe level 1 and some portions of level 2 or level 3 as well. Okay, so we will be adding more instructors as we go forward. Okay, but initially I'm the one. We offer workshops for systematic trading using AmiBroker formal language and Python options trading of objective technical analysis. So out of this systematic trading using AmiBroker, we already do. Okay, it's conducted by me. Python also we will be soon we'll be starting a Python systematic trading using Python and options trading and objective technical analysis. These all are in pipeline. We'll be doing these things as we go forward. So it's a recently established company. Okay, so all these things will be added as we go forward. Okay. We also provide platform for market experts or and our students to display their skills to the world through webinars and events. So we give opportunities to market experts uh, to come to our platform, to come to our website and give seminars and webinars and do events. We also encourage our students to give webinars. Okay, so those who feel we feel that are good in some part, we give them opportunities to display themselves and showcase their skills to the world by such webinars what we I'm conducting right now, right? So you can also be part of it. You can give a webinar wherever you are there in around the world. You can still give the webinar because webinars are all around the world, right? So we do encourage for the students for that. Along with this, we also do deep research in robust strategies and models for various asset classes, type frames, and instruments. So along with this, our job is to make models. Okay, I'm an algo trader personally. Okay, so we keep making models on various asset classes. It can be indexes, cash market, futures market, options market, and various time frames. We do continuously make studies. So we do hire people for that purpose also. We do hire our own student for that purpose also. If you are good, we definitely see to it and say we can hire people. Okay. Strategies may involve technical and fundamental analysis or other alternative data such as open interest, market breadth, and volatility. So, whatever strategy we make, it may include fundamental analysis also, maybe macroeconomic analysis, alternative data like open interest, market breadth, and volatility can also be part of these strategies. Okay. For more information, you can always visit our website, tradingheads.com. Okay. So, So, about little bit about our program about CMT. So, as I said, I have an experience of 16 plus years, and I've been personally profitable since 2017, almost 5 years. I've been profitable with a CAGR of more than 30%. Okay, okay, and I've been coaching for more than 7 years for CMT. Okay, personally, I have a systematic approach. I believe in rule-based trading, evidence-based trading. I am not a big fan of subjective market analysis. Okay, we have trained more than 130 CMT candidates. In this 7 years, we have taken more than 30 batches of various levels. Okay, we provide the required study material for like notes and sample questionnaire. So everything you will get on the website. Okay, notes, sample papers, everything, whatever is required for you to clear this CFD exam, everything will be provided by us. Once you take our course, you don't need to pay anything else to anybody else. Okay. We coach for all the three levels, so we do not leave your hand in between. Say it happened to me personally when I took the classes for level one and level two. I had one level one, level two classes, but for the third level, there was only I who have passed. So they refused to take me as a student because there was no other student other than me. So we don't do that. Even if there's one student, we definitely will conduct the class. Okay, so we don't leave your hand in between. Okay, uh, we provide for level one, we provide more than 50 hours of live sessions, which is 3 hours of every week for the next 4 months. Okay, we'll be starting from 22nd of January, that is coming Sunday. Okay, there's some questions, so let me. Minimum passing marks for level one is 50%. No, they do not declare. As I said, they do not declare the exact percentage of passing. But if you get 75%, you should be comfortable. Okay, but believe me, 75% is not very a big ask. Okay, it's not a big ask because it's a multiple choice question. Right? It's a multiple choice paper, so there can be also some luck involved, right? So getting 70% should not be a problem. They will provide all those reading materials. Yes, we will provide all the reading material. Okay, where the what is the fee structure that will come in the next or two next slide. It's there, so we'll discuss that. Okay, are there any ample opportunities for technical analysis in job market? Rahul, yes, there are a lot of opportunities. We also share some of the opportunity with our students. Uh, we have a good connect with brokers, hedge funds, and a lot of market participants. So we do wherever whatever opportunity, whatever queries we get, we pass out to our students. Okay. What's the location if you want to attend the in person? Yes, in person you can attend. It's in Mumbai, Bandra, near to Bandra. It's at Linking Road, off Linking Road. Okay, so Bandra you can understand Bandra West. Okay, expected salary after clearing level one. Uh, Nishant, after clearing level one, you can expect around 30 to 40,000 per month. Maybe 5 lakhs package. Okay, above that is difficult to get. Okay, but I think that's a good package for level one. Okay, is the question level of level one similar to no Shubham, not at all. And ISM exam is very very easy. Okay, CMT level one will be much tougher than NISM for sure. Okay, I have given ISM technical analysis exam, and I did it after clearing level two, and believe me, I did study it for that. Okay, and without that also, I got more than 70% in that. Okay, so they are very easy. NIS, NISM, you cannot compare NISM with CMT level one. Okay. So along with this, you also get 100 hours of recorded lectures. So you get all the chapters, recording of all the chapters. So you can go at your pace, and then lessons are always there. Okay, but live lessons will be only for the important chapters, only for the important topics. Okay, and we do not cover like theory in live lectures. Okay, in live lecture we only conduct practical things which are important. Okay, all everything is there in the recorded lectures. You can always see the recorded lectures at your pace. Okay, Anurag says I have the same question about salary, minimum salary. As I said, for level one, if you clear level one, you can expect around can expect around 30 to 40,000. After clearing all the three levels and getting the designation, you can expect around 8 to 10 lakhs package. Okay, and the scope is increasing because understand CMT has a office in India now. Okay, so CMT is tying up with a lot of firms to make CMT as a requirement for technical analysis job. Okay, so as we go forward, the opportunities will increase only. Shivab is asking, so once again, Anurag is asking one more question during job we can trade. It depends upon the employer. And depending upon your profile, we cannot judge that, right? Okay, if your profile is as a on the buy side, of course you can trade. But if your profile is on the side and you're giving uh, calls, right? Then personally you cannot trade on them. Okay, so it will depend upon the employer. You can try to get such a job on the buy side, so that will be better. Okay, so you can keep trying for the buy side jobs. So I was asking, is the CFD globally recognized? Of course, it is the designation from US, right? So it is recognized globally. Okay. Do we have opportunities to work in US markets and other markets? Yes, of course you have. Okay, there are a lot of CMTs in US. In fact, the largest market is the US market for the CMT. India is the second biggest market for CMT. Okay, we also have CMTs in other markets like UAE, Australia, Canada, Europe. Okay, so all the opportunities are there in all around the world, so not a problem. Is CFD at par with CFA? I personally will say no, it is not at par with CFA. Uh, I personally feel that it is better than CFA in terms of trading requirement. If you want to be a trader, CFD will help you more than CFA. But for just job prospector, CFA will be better. Okay, you'll get better salary if you do CFA. to be true. That is the honest answer. Okay, you'll get better job opportunities and better salary with CFA. But uh, for trading, it will not. CFA will not help you much. Okay, of course, investment CFA may help you. Okay, but for trading purpose, CFA will not help you much. So each concept is taught with examples or charts. We have built many indicators and systems for better explanation and understanding. So with us, we try to teach each concept practically, showing them on charts. Okay, we have coded a lot of indicators and systems. Okay, so that we can show you the actual performance of these systems, of these indicators. Okay, so you can always see them and understand which patterns work better. Okay, so whatever is possible, we have done a lot of work on the study material. You can attend the class in person and or watch them from the comfort of your home. So you can watch the classes either you can come in person at in Mumbai, okay, or you can attend from your home. Both options are available. All live sessions are recorded. You can watch them anytime, any day, and watch them any number of times. So there's no limit in watching the number. The recorders live sessions also are recorded. So even if you miss a live session, that is not a problem. And you can see n number of times. There is no restriction. Till you pass the exam, you will get the access. So don't worry about that at all. Okay, you have to pay only the fees once. So we do not charge you fees again and again. Till you do not clear, we do not charge you for the same level. Full support is will be given till you pass the exam. No need to pay the coaching fees again and again. Okay. Again, there are some questions. Means which degree required for CFA? So CFA is a degree. Okay. CFA is the qualification you have to get the degree. Like CMT, CFA is a degree. In LinkedIn, many people who have done CMT are doing fixed income trading for commercial banks like SGFC. Yeah, yes. So that is again one field which you can do. Fixed income trading is also in that also technical analysis work. So you can do that as well. Can you tell what is the role they do in the banks? Okay. Understand in the banks, their major role is risk management, and also their role can be to analyze bond markets. Okay, see the charts of bonds. Okay, so all those things are there. Okay, say technical analysis works in all markets, so that they can be seen. No, say no. I mean that what is the qualification required for a person to get CFA degree? For that also you'll have to be a graduate in any field. It can be science or commerce or arts, not a problem. Okay. Is CFTE and CFD similar qualifications? No. No, Shubham. Understand CFTE is basically like they have only two exams, and if you clear CMT level 2, and if you pay $500 you can get the CFTE designation. So there's no difference between CMT level 2 and CFTE. Only thing is that you have to pay additional $500. Okay, you will get CMT designation only if you clear all the three levels and if you get the 3 years of experience. But CFTE you can get only if, after clearing two levels of CMT. Okay, you don't need to give the CFTE exam. Okay, although you can give CFTE two exams and get the designation by that way also. Okay, or another way is to give the CMT exam for the first two levels, get the CFTE designation without experience also you'll get that. Okay, and then if you when you get the 3 years of 3 years of experience, and when you get the third degree third level clear, then you will get the CMT designation. So you can say that CFT is a smaller version of CMT. You can get that designation. And another advantage of CFTE is that you don't need to pay for that designation every year. For CMT, once you clear and once you get the designation, every year you'll have to pay $325 as membership fees. Okay, to the association to keep the keep the designation. Like putting Sovit Manjani CMT, the CMT behind my name, I have to pay $325 every year to CMT Association, right? So that is not required for CFTE. You can use the CFT designation uh, uh, till your lifespan. You don't have to pay it again and again. Okay, every month you don't have to pay anything for CFTE. CFT course is not the same. It is little different from the CMT, but I would say it is little easier than CMT. Okay, the little concepts are easier, and also there's not much emphasis given to systematic trading, evidence-based trading. Okay, yeah, Prince is asking, sir, can we evaluate on assisting in job placement and which all organizations prefer CMT? So, say, as I said, what we do for our students is that whatever if there's some job requirements which comes to us, okay, because we have links with these brokerage firms and organizations, okay, they ask for our students. So whenever we get any such things, pass on to the students. Okay, we create a WhatsApp group and we post it in that WhatsApp group, and then you can approach to them, put your CV to them, okay, and give the interview, and if you clear, you get the job. Okay, so that all you'll have to do, of course, right? Chan is asking, if we clear all the three levels of safety, can we show that in CV without the experience? Yes, yes, Shaheen, you can show it in your CV without experience also. You can see cleared all three levels of CFD. Okay, in fact, you can also ask the CMT Association after clearing all the three levels that I do not have the experience. So can you give me a letter that I have cleared all the three levels? So they give you a letter also. Okay, so that's not a problem. Karan, can you once more describe the level 1 to 3 journey with timeline? That I'll discuss because it will take little time. So that journey I'll discuss after a few after at the end of the session. I'll discuss that. Not a problem. Okay. So job prospects would not be attractive for CFTE. It's not that it's not attractive for CFTE. You still get the similar job opportunities for CFT level 2 and CFTE. CFT is equivalent to CFT level 2. So the similar job prospects will be there. So, just a suggestion, can we have a separate Q&A session at end? This chat thing is breaking the flow of the session. Yeah, actually, I personally do like to do that only. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll halt it as of now with the questions, okay? And we'll complete the presentation first. And what you all can do is that you can keep writing down your questions in the chat box. Okay, keep writing your questions in the chat box. At the end, we'll go through the balance questions. Okay, so don't worry. All your questions will be answered. And even if it's something is left, you can always contact me. Even if you're not taking our course, that's not a problem. You can always connect with me. Okay. Full support till this we have already done. Fully available on phone and WhatsApp for doubts along with the special sessions on doubt solving. So you can always, if you have any doubts, you can post in the group your doubts. Okay, and anything you want to ask, you can always ask in the WhatsApp group. Okay, and we do also conduct special sessions for doubt solving. Say, from time to time, whenever you think that you have a lot of questions, and then you can ask us, and we will keep a separate session like this webinar. Okay, we keep a separate session for you where we call other students also if they are interested. They can also ask questions because we do it because all your doubts can be similar from other students also, right? So everybody will get advantage of that. Another thing that what we do is that after each class or each live session, we do ask students to ask their doubts, whatever their doubts they have every week. we ask for the doubts, and after every session, we keep a 15 minutes separate for doubt solving. Okay, so any doubts if you have after the live session also, you can always ask. Whether it is from the particular chapter, it is preferred that you, if you have the doubt for from the particular chapter, then it's always better. But even if you have doubt from any other chapter which we have already covered, okay, we prefer to answer those doubts as well. Anything which is from the future chapters, generally we try to avoid, because any which ways will be covering the future chapters in the live session also. Okay. After clearing all the three levels and after getting the experience, still you'll need three sponsors, three CMT sponsors to get the designation. So we personally, I am as a CMT charter holder, so I'll be one of your sponsor, because I will be knowing you for almost 2 years. Okay, and we also have a lot of connects in the CMT market, because I've been there coaching for 7 years, and a lot of students are already, a lot of my students are CMT charter holders. Okay, so you don't need to worry about the sponsors. You'll get the sponsors. We'll arrange all the sponsors for you. Okay, we also provide, as I said, we also provide assistance for jobs, but we do not give any job guarantee. So whatever queries we get for the job, we post it in the WhatsApp group, and all of you, or any of you who is interested in that profile, can apply for that job. Hmm. But we do not give any guarantee for the job. You can interact with more than 30 candidates which are attending the same level. Okay, even we can make groups of seniors, okay, which are there level 1 and level 3. Okay, and you can take assistance from them also. They will also help you. In fact, we will soon be introducing forum in our website, so where you can connect with our level 3, level 2 students, and those who are charter holders, done CMT with me. Okay, so you can take assistance from them also on our website as well. Okay, we also do special sessions from market experts like Piyush Chaudhary, Rakesh Pujara, Santosh Pal, and many. Since I've been there in the market for a very long period, I have these all are my friends. Okay, so we call them for special sessions for you to have more knowledge in those particular topics. So whatever topic is there, okay, so we call a special guest, okay, for 1 hour or 1.5 hours. Okay, you can meet them personally in the office if you're there in Mumbai. Okay, or if not, then you can always see them in on the webinar. Okay, you can do networking with them. Okay, meet these people. Some of them are great traders, and learn from them as well. Okay. Another important thing is that if you are a CFA, or a CA, or a MBA, you get a special discount of 20%. Okay, so you can directly go to the website and put your details in that, and you will get those discounts. Uh, and if you are a Vipassana meditation meditator, okay, then you get a special discount of 30%. Okay. Personally, I am a Vipassana meditator. I promote Vipassana meditation, and it's not something it's a free course. Okay, you don't need to pay anything for Vipassana. Okay, so personally, I believe that Vipassana meditation is very helpful for traders. So to promote traders doing meditation, I have kept this option. Okay. Uh, the new match will be starting from the coming Sunday, which is 22nd January. We'll start from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay, so 3 hours of session will be there. Every Sunday we'll be doing that. Okay, fees for level one is 30,000. That is 29,999, almost 30,000. For the online, if you are in Mumbai but you want online, you can take that. Okay, or if you're in Mumbai, you want to have physical in person, then it is 34,999. Of course, you can get a 10% discount even if you're not a Vipassana meditator or a professional. You still get a 10% discount if you register before 20th of January with this code beyond CMT. Okay, you can put this code. You have 2 days time to register 18th. Okay, if you register before 20th January midnight, 12 o'clock, you can still get the 10% discount. And our fees are very nominal. Uh, Okay, so let's come to the fees which you'll have to pay to the CMT Association for all the levels. Okay, so for level one, there are two options available. One is to become a member, and another is to not become a member. Okay, so the enrollment fee is the same for both, whether you are a member or not. Okay, so that's $250. That is registering for the first time, right? Then, if you take membership, you have to pay $325 upfront. This is annual membership that will remain for 1 year. Okay. Then exam fees, if you're a member, then the exam fee will be $295. So total comes to $870. If you select to be a non-member, okay, then you'll have to pay $470 for the exam fee. That comes to $720. The difference between these two is basically not much, although there's a $150 discount here. But the advantage of being a member is that you get access to their website. They do conduct a lot of webinars, seminars. They conduct annual summit also in India, or generally in India, right? So you get either free access to some of these webinars or seminars, or you get discounted price for that. And of course, you get all the past webinars, you get free access to them. So there's a lot of study material there, especially the webinars which you can see, and that's the advantage of getting the membership. Okay, that you'll not get if you're not a member. Okay, so if you have time and you can see those videos, then it's worth being taking a membership. If not, then if you don't have time, then select for non-member, because other than that, there's not much difference. Okay. For the second year, for the second level, sorry, obviously, once you have taken the membership, it is for 1 year and you will clear level one in 6 months, right? So for the next 6 months, also you will be the member, so you don't have to pay fees every six months. Right? You have to pay once a year. So your fees will be $495 for level two exam fees, and if you're not non-member, then your fees will be $670, right? So here you will be paying more $150, but here you'll be saving $175 if you select the membership. So the ultimately, obviously, we if we are doing CMT, we have to clear all the three levels, right? That's the ultimate goal, right? So you'll not be saving anything if you become a non-member. Okay, but if you are doubtful that whether you will be able to clear level one, or maybe you want to take a break after level one, then you can select to be a non-member. Okay, if you're not very sure that you will be able to give level two in December, then better to select a non-member. But if you are very confident that you will clear both the level one and level two, okay, then select for being a member. Okay, that will be more beneficial. Okay, because you get all the material for no additional cost. Okay, for the third year, again you will have to pay the membership, because the third level will go to the next year, right? So $325 again you will have to pay. Exam fees will be for the members will be $495. So the total you will have to pay $820 here. Okay, for non-member it will be $670. I would recommend it to take membership for level three when you are taking level three, and not opt for level non-member, because any which ways, if you have the experience, then you will need to take membership at least once, right? So if you have the experience, 3 year experience, or you will be completing your 3 year experience by the time you clear level three, then it's better that you become a member. Okay. Otherwise, any which ways, even after clearing all the three levels as non-member, you'll have to at least pay uh, annual membership fee at least once. So for third year, you can directly take the annual membership and not go for the non-member. Okay. So it's up to you. Told you the pros and cons of why to become a member, and uh, why not to become a member. Okay. So it's up to you. Whatever suits your requirement, you can do that. Okay. Early registration up to 12th February is the above rates. All above rates are up to 12th February. After 12th February, these rates will increase. These rates will increase from 13th February till 9th April by $100. So the only thing which will increase is the exam fees. right? So the enrollment fees remains the same, the annual membership remains the same. The only thing which will increase is the exam fee. So this will go to $395, this will go to $570. This will become $595, this will become $770. This will become for $595, this will become $770. Okay, so everything will go 100 up by $100 after 13th February. Okay. Late registration, if you do not register till 9th April also, and if you want to still give the exam, okay, so you can still do late registration, which will be from 10th April to 15th May. After 15th May, you cannot register. Okay, for level one, then your fees will increase by $300. So this $295 will become $695. Sorry, $595, right? And for level two and level three, it will become say uh, this will become say 900 so $895, and this will become $895. Same way, this will become $1,070. Okay, and this will also become $170. So I will not recommend it for late registration. The fees increases drastically. Okay, so if you have to decide to give exam, at least you should decide by 9th April. Beyond 9th April, it will be foolish, personally, I would say. Okay, level 3 exam will be on 5th June 2023, and your level 1 exam will be between 1st June to 12th June. Any day you can select. Earlier you select, you'll get a choice, your choice date, your choice times. There will be various slots. Okay, so you can select morning 8 o'clock slot, then maybe 12 o'clock slot, 10 o'clock slot, like that. So there will be different slots. Whatever is available, you'll see it on the Prometric website. Okay, curriculum charges are $250. Okay, that is for digital. Okay, so a little bit about me. So I'm at CMT, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Trading Heads. I'm also the co-founder of Economist Edge, which is into more of a portfolio management firm. Okay, I've been a co-founder of WD Consulting and Algo Convention, if you have heard about them. Okay, Trading Edge is a dream project by me. Okay, and basically this is the same which is there. As I said, I've been profitable since 2017 with a 30%, 30 plus CAGR every year. Okay, little bit more about, if you want, you can go to the Money Control uh, uh, article. Here's the link. I'll share you the presentation, so you can go to that link. Okay, or if I click that, you can see it. Okay, and you can also a little bit a webinar is there, or a podcast is there about me. Okay, so you can see that also. And I've also been the faculty at BSc Institute for scientific program on technical analysis. And I've had, as I said, I've coached more than 130 CMD candidates. Okay. Okay, so who should attend the course? Okay, so anybody who is attempting safety level 1 in June, or even if you think that you will not be able to give it in June, but you are thinking of giving it in December 23, you can still take the course, because we do not charge you again for the next batch, right? So you can attend this batch also, live sessions of this batch also, recording of this batch also, and you can also attend the next batch, live session, next batch, recorded session, next batch, your question banks and notes, everything will be the same, right? So it doesn't matter if, even if you want to give it in December, but you want a 1 year study period, you can do that also. Okay, you can attend both the batches, or you can attend only the next batch, or you can attend only the first batch, but you get the discount basically. Okay, if you register now. Okay, or anybody who's willing to learn technical analysis or systematic trading and investing can also uh, attend our course, our program. Because designation, if you don't want the designation but just want to learn about technical analysis and systematic, then you can do this. Okay, you may not give the exam. Okay, now how CMT will help you in excelling you as a career in technical analysis, and as a trader and analyst. Okay, so firstly, it is a professional designation, so you do get a recognition anywhere. If you talk to somebody, if you write a report, you get upper hand, you get a respect which is there. Okay. Also, it is the highest designated technical analysis. There's no other designation which is bigger than CMT. Okay. In CMT, we do in-depth analysis and learning about concepts like trend, trend following, if you have heard about it, momentum trading, volatility based trading, relative strength, comparative relative strength. Okay, we also cover a lot of breadth indicators. Okay, and lot other aspects are there. This is just a few things which I have put it down here. Okay, as you go to level 2, level 3, we'll also be covering things like portfolio management, money management, risk management, position sizing techniques. We'll see various asset classes like gold, commodities, uh, okay, other than equities. Okay, we go deeper into evidence-based trading, systematic trading, rule-based trading. We also cover correlation metrics and intermarket analysis, probability analysis, performance metrics of the portfolio or of the system or the model. Okay, we cover model building process, hypothesis testing, behavioral finance and investor psychology, pattern recognitions, multi-time frame analysis, hedging and advanced techniques. Okay, so this is just a few things which I've put it down here, but a lot of other things are also there in the entire curriculum. Okay, so it's an extensive study material. Okay, so about the career, say many of you want to do jobs, right? Personally, I would always say that one should be a trader than doing a job because your income is unlimited as a trader. Okay, but you can get rich and rewarding careers like being an independent trader or an option trader. Okay, you can become a fund manager in a fund and a hedge fund manager. Okay, in a hedge fund. Okay, you can become a risk manager. Like recently, yesterday only, one of my student called me from US. He's coming to India on Sunday, and he'll be meeting me on Sunday. Okay, so he's there. He's become a risk manager in a hedge fund in US. Okay, so this one has one thing which is definitely there. Okay, you can build your own trading strategies. You can be an analyst. You can be a mentor, like I'm doing mentoring. You can become an author. People have written books, right? Um, you can invent your own indicators, your own unique trading style. Okay, you can become a system designer, software. You can become make software and mobile applications on based on technical analysis, based on uh, systematic trading or options or like Shivam Agrawal is a CMT. He's a very close friend. He has built an application called Concept, right? If you're aware of it. Prashant Shah has made a software called Edge, right? Which is deeply into point and figure charting and uh, other analysis. Anurag Sabu is another friend who has made a website called Traders Cockpit, in which you can backtest your strategies, you can backtest your indicators. Okay, so all these are CMTs. So you have to decide which direction you want to go. Okay, you can become a options trader. Okay, who employs CMTs basically? So exchanges, brokerage firms, hedge funds, trading groups. Now even LIC has come into LIC is also allowed to do investment in stock markets. Okay, pension funds have allowed to become participant in equity markets. So all these do hire analysts and technical and CMTs and any other financial company, like you said, banks. Okay, there are a lot of opportunities. So there's no limit of that. Okay, some of the top CFD employers are Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, Fidelity, Thomson and Reuters, Bloomberg. Uh, like if you know, Vishal Mehta was working with Thomson and Reuters. Akshay Chinchilkar is working with Bloomberg. Okay, Credit Suisse, TD Ameritrade, Barclays, Interactive Brokers, Net Davis Research. So there are a lot of firms which, and in Indian markets, if you see Angel Broking, your 5paisa, all IFL, your Khar, all these brokerage firms do deploy CMTs. A lot of my students have worked there. Okay, even proprietary traders, proprietary desk also hire CMTs. Okay, so the opportunities I said the rewards are great. So I don't think you should be worried about them. Okay. A little bit about what are some of the traps you should avoid while studying, even if you are studying on your own, if you don't take the course. Okay, these are some things which you should avoid. Okay, if you already know technical analysis, many people or many of you may be already doing technical analysis. Okay, so you think that you already know a lot of things, but understand that open the read the syllabus with the open mind. Okay, because there will be a lot of concepts which you may not have heard before, which you are not using now, which are very meaningful, which are very important to understand. So study these concepts with an open mind. Okay, don't think that I am an expert. There's no expert. Even I don't say that I am an expert. Okay, I still learn. I've read the CMT syllabus while teaching. I've read it more than 10 times. Okay, in fact, maybe more than 15 times. Okay, but still I find something very new every time in the syllabus. Okay, so it's a very vast syllabus. A lot of small details are there which are very important. Okay, so you should not underestimate this study material. It's very good, I would personally say. That is why I've been teaching it for 7 years. If it was not, then I would have got bored till now, right? But it is very interesting if you go deeper into it. Okay, so even if you know technical analysis, this is one course which you should do because there will be a lot of more concepts which you may not be definitely doing. Okay. And if you have passed other exams like CFA, like MBA, okay, this is a very different exam because understand a lot of practical things are there. In CFA, you would not have seen charts. In MBA, you would not have seen data. Okay, in this, charts will be covered, data analysis will be covered, a lot of concepts will be covered, which are very practical in nature. Less of theory is there in this, and more of practical things is there. Okay, so this will be different from other exams. Okay, for sure. Also, if you think that you have read the entire material, the entire curriculum, you may feel that I'll clearly pass, easily pass. Okay, that may not happen. Why? Because as I said, it's very important to see charts. Okay, just reading the material will not be enough. Okay, you have to ingrain those concepts, those technical indicators, those breadth indicators, relative strength, a lot of things. If you see them personally on the chart, that will help you not only to clear the exam but also in your live trading. Okay, so it's important that you see the charts. That is important. Don't take my course, that is fine, but see the charts. Okay, that is very important. And seeing charts is not expensive anymore because when I was giving CMT in 2012, okay, there were not free softwares available. We have to pay for the software at that time. So at that time, I had taken subscription of Spider software. Okay, but now you have free softwares like investing.com, TradingView, okay, a lot of other chart inc, iChart, and other like also Define Edge as a free this thing. You can see some of the tools for free. Some may be chargeable, but some are free. So a lot of websites are there which will give you free charting platforms. Okay, so use them. Okay, most of the concepts which are there in CMT level 1 at least are there in these software, and almost all these software you'll get all of them. So you just have to put some time to go to those websites and register there and see the charts there. Okay, there, a little bit of effort will be required, but all these are available free of cost. Okay, so do definitely put your time into that. Okay. Okay, so what are the study methods which you can adopt to clear the CFT exam? So first is the linear study method, where you go chapter by chapter. Okay, so it will take the most amount of time. Okay, but it is the most effective. Okay, because understand that the questions, the multiple choice questions can come from any part of the syllabus. Also, do not try to bug them. Okay, do not try to bug the curriculum, try to understand the concepts. Okay, because if you try to bug them, they do not ask questions exactly from the book. They twist the questions. They create study cases. Okay, and ask you questions in that manner. So if you just bug the book, you will not clear. Okay, don't try to bug the curriculum and think that you will clear. It is not a 10th standard exam. It's a professional designation, a chartered designation. So you should be very, very sure that you understand the concepts, and that will only help you in actual trading and analysis. Right? Bugging will not help you in actual trading and analysis. Okay, that is why I say see the charts. That will help you the most than anything else. Okay. Another way of doing the study is a topical way, which is much faster, but it has more risk. Where you give study only those topics which have more weightage. Okay, this is a much riskier concept because not every time they do follow the weightage part. Okay, so sometimes they may not follow the weightage, exact weightage what they have given, and that is the time where it can be a problem. Or sometimes it may happen that you have studied some portion, okay, but the exam comes in the exam, very few questions are asked from that part, and more questions are asked from those topics which you have not covered. Okay, so it's a riskier concept. I will not suggest this method. Okay, because you are paying a lot of money for the exam. Say $800 or $700 is not a small amount, right? So don't risk that. And you are not only risking your $800, you're also risking your 6 months time. Okay, time I personally feel is more important than money, because 6 months, in 6 months you can earn a lot of money, right? So don't take that chance. Personally, I would say the best method will be the second method may be most attractive for most of you. Okay, in terms of time, but we require the linear method. Okay, and then you can use a topical study method for revision purpose. Okay, it can supplement you at the end of the exam, when at the end, like last 10 days are left, last 20 days are left. Okay, so then reading the entire curriculum again may be difficult. So you can then focus more on those topics which have high weightages. Okay, so I think that is a better way of doing it. I would still prefer that you the second attempt also you read the curriculum again. Okay, practical trading and regularly reading price charts often helps in the performance. So this is one point which is very, very important. I've repeatedly said this, okay, but make sure that you put some effort in seeing the charts. Okay, according to the focus, and as we said that the weightages, okay, so the highest weightage is given to the first 20 chapters. Almost 42% weightage is given to the first 20 chapters for level one. Okay, the next 10 chapters you have only a 17% weightage. Waiver finance has a weightage of around 23%, which is from say chapter number 20, 31 to 38, and system development and concept has only a 15% weightage, which is from chapter number 39 to 44. Okay, ethics has only a 3% weightage, but these are free marks. Okay, I would say that ethics are free marks, so do not miss these 3 marks because 3 percentage, because sometimes you may be like falling short of only just 1 or 2%. Okay, so the thing is you should leave because of as I said, you are putting hard-earned money into this exam. So don't take any chances. Every percentage marks is can be important because your target is 75%. The majority of the questions on the exams, like 82%, are related to the first three categories. If you see first three categories, almost 85% of the curriculum, 82% is there, and would be derived from those chapters that are say bold. So as I said, say bold is basically the first 20 chapters. Okay, so that is the first 20 chapters are the most important, and they are the most practical chapters as well. Okay, so after says behavioral finance is more of a theory, market study is also theory, right? Ethics is also study is theory. System development, there is a lot of practical things in that, but level one system development will be more of a theory than practical. Okay, and also understand one thing that the formulas. Okay, you don't need to bug the formulas. Okay, calculating so you'll have to you don't need to remember the formula for technical indicators. Okay, you also don't need to remember the formula for performance metrics. Okay, you can just understand the constructions of it. Okay, and the indicates of these formulas. Kshitij is not able to hear me. Others, are you able to hear me? Or is it from only the from the side of Kshitij, or others are also not able to hear me? Shubham, yes means what? Are you able to hear me? Okay, thanks, Shine. Okay, so all others are able to hear me. So maybe Kshitij is just from your side. So maybe if you're doing seeing it from mobile, then sometimes it happens because of internet. Okay. So please check at your end. Okay, so these formulas are you don't need to mug them, but formulas expected to for the price movements like targets, okay, that have to be remembered. Okay, so they can ask you formulas for expected price movements. So all everything, if you take the course, obviously I'll be telling you at that time also. Okay, no need to memorize formulas for calculating technical indicators or performance. Must understand the concept of the formula, concepts and the elements of the formula, okay, and their function and purposes. Okay, for formulas of for expected price movements will have to be memorized. So for price objectives, you have to memorize the formula. Okay, so now we'll go to the second part of the presentation. So till now we were talking about the CMT. Now we'll go to the little bit of a study of candlestick patterns. Okay. So before we go that, we'll be seeing some performance metrics. So it's important to understand the disclaimer. So investing or trading using algorithms are not free from market and technology risk. Understanding risk and drawdowns of algorithms are necessary. The algorithm's performance in the past does not guarantee future performance. Any performance statistics are based on historical data and may or may not be repeated in the future. The statements and statistics contained herein have been prepared by us are based on backtest results. We make no representation or warranty expressed or employed as to the accuracy or completeness. This publication is for the information of investors and business persons and do not constitute an offer of to sell or solicited to buy securities or trade based on these strategies. Opinions and estimates offered herein are subject to change without notice, as are statements of financial market trends that are based on current market conditions. Any comments or statements made herein do not necessarily reflect those of trading heads or its affiliates and do not constitute investment advice. We are in no way recommending any particular method, pattern, or type of system. Profit and losses arising out of you choosing to follow any of or all of these methods shown are solely a consequence of your own decision to trade and invest. Okay. So before we go to the research, what we have done, some of the important points which are very important for you to understand. Okay, all the tests which I am showing here are informed are uniform from say 1st January 2009 to 31st December 2022, that is a 14-year period. Tests are done on around 1,000 NSE stocks, 970 stocks to be precise. There may be some amount of survivorship bias in the data. So survivorship bias, what it is there, we'll understand in a CMT program. Okay, but there's something called survivorship bias. Basically, it means that there will be a lot of securities which are not there now, but they were there say 10 years back, right? So those securities may or may not be there in this data. Okay, all the real estate stocks are exited on the last trading day or day price. So if there's any delisting which is happening, we and there's a signal there, then we exit on the last day of the delisting. Maximum taken positions are 20. So maximum positions which we take in this are 20. Okay, in the portfolio we do not have more than 20 stocks. Okay, the initial equity for all the tests are 40 lakhs. Okay, two-way brokerage of 0.15% was taken on each side. So brokerage was also considered in this test. All stocks are ranked on liquidity, and the top 500 stocks were taken as a universe. So what we did was that for the liquidity purpose, we ranked all the stocks based on their liquidity, and we took the 500 top tier stocks, which were the most liquid stocks. Okay, for that purpose. Entry exits were not taken if there was a circuit in the stock. So we know that some of the stocks may go to 5% circuit. Circuit means 5% here. It's not. It doesn't mean 10% circuit or 20% circuit. So if a stock goes to a 5% circuit, well, then we do not take trade in that particular stock. Neither the buy trade will take nor the sell trade will take in that stock. Only long trades are taken in this. In this study, we are taking only the long trades. We are not shorting any of the stocks. Okay. So first we'll go about the construction of the candlestick patterns. Okay, so the data used for the candlestick patterns construction is the OHLC, which means open, high, low, close. So four important informations have to be there. Without any of these, we cannot plot a candlestick pattern. Okay. So we need a high price, which is the highest point of that candle. Okay, so this is the high. We need the lowest point of the candle, which is the low here. Okay, we need the opening price. In this case, the opening price is lower. Okay, and the closing price, right? So this is the close. In a candlestick, the upper shadow or the upper value, which is the difference between the close and the high, is called the upper shadow or the upper tail or upper wick. And the lower tail is basically the difference between the opening price and the low price. That is the lower shadow. And this is for the green candle or white candle. Okay, for the low candle, the difference will be between the open and the high, not the close and the high. And for a red candle, it will be between the low will be the wick will be the difference between the close and the low, right? And the body is basically the difference between the open and the close. Whether the open is upper above the close or whether it is below the close, the body will always be the difference between the open and the close. Okay, if the open is lower and the close is high, it will be a green body or a white body. Most of the software will show you either green body or white body. And if the open is higher and the close is lower, it will be a red body or a black body. This is the body. The candle, the rectangle you see here is the body, and these are this is from the high and the low. This is called the range. Okay, this is the high and this is the low, right? So there is a real body, and the advantage of candlestick pattern is that we see the data much more clearly. Visually, it is much more appealing, and a lot of data is there in just a small chart. Okay, the bodies can be white or black, okay, or green or red. Okay, upper and the lower tails are called wicks or shadows. So there are three names or maybe more names also for that purpose, right? So we did some back testing. Okay, and we'll see what are the important points when we see. Testing is the only way you can know if a strategy can be successful. Understand one thing that if I say that you invest if you see a hammer pattern, okay, but how do you know whether I'm lying or I'm telling the truth? There's no way you can find, right? There's the only factor is the trust factor, right? But what if I'm lying? and you're putting your hard-earned money onto that. Okay, so personally, do not invest by on the sake of any other person. Okay, your hard-earned money. Test yourself, do your own analysis, and then only put your money. Okay, so and the only way to know whether a particular pattern would have been profitable or a particular strategy or a method was profitable is by seeing the back data, by seeing the previous performance of it. It provides no guarantee of profits. So, and also understand, even if you do a back test or even if you do a testing of the old previous data, there's no guarantee of profits. Okay, there's in the financial markets, there's nothing called guarantee. There can be only probability. So if you have tested it, there will be a higher probability of that strategy or that method or that pattern to be profitable. Okay, but still you do not get any guarantee. Understand that there's no way that you get a guarantee. Okay, for guarantee you'll have to buy a refrigerator, not stock. It can be as simple as validating a single set of rules or with no choice of parameters. So this testing can be just on one rule, or it can be very complex. It can be multiple rules. Okay, I'll not go much more detail into these things because I assume that you all of you are new to investment and trading, and uh, so I'll not go much deeper into it. Okay, but it is important for you to understand that evidence-based trading is the way forward. Okay, it can be as complex as a multi-dimensional analysis of results based on parameters that are interdependent. So there can be a very sophisticated model also, okay, in which a lot of components are interdependent about themselves. Okay, so don't worry about these things. As of now, as you go to level 2 and level 3, these things will be more evident to you. Testing that follows a sound procedure and a test evaluation that looks for robust solutions will improve the chances of success. So if you have done the testing properly, if you have followed the proper procedure of the test, okay, then the probability of success is much higher. If you have not properly followed the procedure of testing, then you may not get the desired results. Bad testing can be tragic. It is a waste of time and resources and leads to a system that has a little chance of success. So if you have not followed the process correctly, then it can be a disaster. Begin with simple rules, increase the complexity slowly, and stop as soon as possible. The mantra for testing is basically you should start with simple rules. Okay, very simple rules, and then if required, you can add more rules, add little bit of more complexity, but stop as soon as possible. Okay, don't make it too complex that you yourself are not able to understand it. Okay, as hard as we try, real-time results will not be as good as historical results. Okay, so no matter how good we are, okay, the real-time results will always be less than what we have seen in the backtest. Okay, why that is? Because there can be some bit of a error in testing, there can be some ownership bias, there can be some other factors, and many a times markets also change. Markets are dynamic, right? So the real life results may not be as good as the historical results. Historical price patterns never repeat themselves in the same way. So the patterns do repeat, but they may not repeat in the exactly same way, right? So that is why the results will always change. The best system rules and the best parameter values are the simplest and the most general. So the simplest rules are the best rules. Those rules which are the most general rules are generally the best rules. They may have shown lower returns and greater risk than the ideal optimized results, but they are much more likely to represent the future returns. So, although these simple rules may not show you the best performance, the best results, okay, not the highest returns, not the lowest drawdowns, okay, but in real life scenarios, they perform the best, okay. Future, they will be the best performing things. So, what are the strengths of candlestick patterns? Okay, the first strength is that they are much clearer and visually they are more appealing. Okay, you can see the candle very easily, and understand that what has happened in that particular candle, okay, in that particular period. Okay, so you can understand the price pattern much easily. Okay, extremely popular and very heavily traded. So they are extremely popular and a lot of people use them. That is why they are like self-fulfilling prophecies. Okay, so they self-fulfill themselves. They by themselves they are appealing. Easy to learn and understand. So they are very easy to learn. They are very simple. Okay, they have a clear and objective way to get exit. So this is one thing which I like the most about candlestick, that they are very clear. Okay, and it can be objectively traded, and your entry and exit can be defined very clearly. Maybe combined with other technical studies also. You can also use these chart candlestick pattern with other studies like moving averages, RSI, breadth indicators, volume indicators. So you can always use them with other techniques as well. Accurately plotting of trend lines, channels, and chart patterns. So you can use these candlestick patterns to draw the trend lines as well. You can draw channels, okay, chart patterns like triangles, head and shoulders, all those you can do it along with the candlestick charting. Okay, can be used with multiple time frames. So uh, these candlestick patterns may not give the same performance in all the time frames, but they happen in all the time frames. Okay, so it's there's no pattern which doesn't happen in say any one particular time frame. So they are what we say fractal in nature. So they will you will see these patterns in almost all time frames. Okay, there are some weaknesses also of the Japanese candlesticks, but not many. They are impossible to tell whether the high was made first or the low was made first. So if you see a daily candle and there will be high price, there will be low price. So you don't know whether the high was made earlier than the low, or the low was made earlier than the high. Okay, so that's one weakness of candlestick. But for that purpose, you'll have to go to lower time frames. So if you're seeing that in a daily time frame, then you'll have to maybe go to hourly time frame or a 50-minute time frame to see whether the high was made first or the low was made first. Okay. Higher time frame candles do not provide information regarding low time frame price. So if you're seeing a higher time frame, you don't know what has happened on the lower time frame. Say if you take a daily candle, okay. So let's see this daily candle, right? We saw here this candle, right? We know that the open was lower and the close was higher. Firstly, we don't know whether this high was made first, say in the morning, or the low was made in the morning, right? Another thing we don't know is that what happened during the day. So it is possible that the price opened here, it went up, okay, within the first one, say 1 hour, it first went up, again went down, made a low, and then again went up and closed here. It is possible, right? Or it is also possible that the price went up, first went down, made this low first, then went up, made this high, and then came down and closed somewhere here, right? These are the two possibilities. There can be many other possibilities also, right? So we don't know what was the path of the uh, price within the candlesticks. Okay, that is one weakness. Hundreds of Japanese candlestick patterns are there. So the problem is that there are a lot of candlestick patterns. So which one to rely more upon, or where you should put your money, or where which you should focus more upon. So that becomes a problem. Reversal patterns require the trend to establish a position against the direction of the existing trend. So most of the candlestick patterns are reversal patterns. Okay, so reversal patterns means that you are going against the current trend. So that becomes a problem, because going against the trend, current trend is generally not profitable, or it's difficult to make money against the trend. Understand that if the tide is flowing in one direction and you are swimming in the opposite direction, it will be difficult for you to swim. Correct. Okay, so same way, candlestick patterns are generally, most of the candlestick patterns are reversal patterns. So you are swimming against the trend. So that becomes a little more problematic. Okay. but there are solutions for that. So there are some single candlestick patterns like hammer, inverted hammer, hanging man, spinning top, shooting star, Marubozu. So these are some of them which I've put it here, but we'll be talking only about the hammer pattern today. All others will be covered in the CMT syllabus as we go forward. There are also some multiple candle patterns which are more than one candle. Okay, so like bullish and bearish Harami pattern, which is of two candles. Bullish and bearish engulfing pattern is also of two candles. Dark cloud cover is again two candles. Piercing lines is exactly opposite dark cloud cover, which is again of two candles. Okay, twizzler tops and bottoms are also of two candles. Evening and morning stars are basically three candlestick patterns. They need at least three candlesticks. Okay, upside downside transfer gaps are again two candles. Okay, so there are a lot of candles. We have just figured out some of them. Okay, so price action guide for objectively defining patterns. So whenever we talk about candlestick patterns, these are some of the guidelines which you should always see. Okay, some of them may not be applicable for all the patterns. Okay, but some of them are will be there for all the almost all the patterns. Okay, so first is the intrinsic statement sentiment bias. So what is the logic of the pattern? Why the pattern may be profitable? Why the pattern works? Okay, that is basically the logic here. So why there has to be some sentiment bias there. Okay, the second is the sentiment. What is the current trend? Okay, if it's a reversal pattern, then the current trend has to be negative. If it is a continuation pattern, then the pattern should be developed in the same direction of the trend. Okay, so trend is very important. Body size. So what is the size of the candlestick? That you should always see. If it's a small body, it may not be so important. If it's a big body, the candles are generally more important. Okay, the high-low range, basically the difference between the high and the low. So the body can be small, but the high and the low range can be big, right? So that range is always many times very important. So in some patterns you have to give a lot of importance to that. The color of the body, whether it's a red or a green, right? By red we mean bullish candle, by green by green we mean bullish candle, and by red we mean bearish candle, right? So whether it's a bullish candle or bearish candle is also very important at times. Where the candlestick is happening, the location of the candlestick is also very important. Okay, what's the momentum before the candle is being formed? Okay, and what so because momentum we can also define as a short-term trend. Okay, so the short-term trend is also very important in some cases, not in always in all cases. Volatility is again it can be important. What's the previous volatility before the pattern was made? Okay, and the relative position of the real body in the high-low range. Okay, so if the range is say this much, okay, and the body is small, the importance of that will be different. And if the body is bigger, then the importance will be different. Okay, if the range is big and the body is also big, then the importance can be different. Okay, so all these things are has to be seen. Just by seeing just the pattern may not be important. You have to see all these things along with that. Then only you will have something meaningful. Okay. Now we go to the first pattern, the pattern which is called hammer. Okay. Not many slides are left. Only three, four slides are now left. Okay, so don't worry. We'll complete in the next 10 minutes or so. Okay. It's a single candlestick pattern. It's a reversal pattern. It's basically a small-bodied candlestick pattern with a long lower shadow. Okay. If we see here, this candle, I hope all of you can see this candle, right? This candle is a hammer, okay, where you see a long range. The high and the low range is quite big, okay, and the body is small, and it is towards the upper side, okay. So this is called a hammer. It looks like a hammer, right? Okay, the body is like the force of the hammer, right? So this is a hammer which will have a small wick on the upside, a big wick on the downside, and the real body on the upper side, right? So it has a small bodied candlestick with a long lower shadow. If you see the lower shadow is very long. This lower shadow should be at least twice the size of the body. Okay, the location is generally downward. So if you see, it comes after a downtrend. You see here, there's a downtrend, and it is coming after a downtrend. Okay, the implication is that the downtrend may reverse. So this is what has exactly happened here. The hammer happened, and the market started to move up. This is, I think, Tata Steel. Okay, corresponding bearish version is called the shooting star. The exactly opposite version of this is called the shooting star. Okay, so let's see. This is one example which we saw. Okay, and hammers also failed. So this is a failed example. If you see, the prior trend was down, right? There is a hammer here, right? Okay, you may say that the market moved higher, but if you see, the next two candles made a lower close than the hammer's low, right? So I personally will take this as a failed hammer pattern because the next candle closed below the low of the hammer pattern. So my stop loss would have been triggered on this. So for me, this is a false hammer or a failed hammer. So hammers do fail. There's no guarantee of any pattern. Okay. So now what we'll do is that we'll see how we can define a hammer pattern to trade it objectively. So this pattern you may have seen in many places, but I personally have a special definition for it because if it is not measurable, it's not tradable for me. Okay, so first we have to define the body. Okay, so body is clear that it's the difference between the open and the close that we have already understood, right? So basically, it's the absolute difference between the open and the close. So the open can be bigger than the close, or the close can be bigger than the open. It will not matter, right? The body is still the body. Okay, the color will change, but the body will still be the body, right? So it's basically the absolute difference of open and the close. The high-low range. The high-low range is basically the range between the difference between the highest high price of that day or of that candle. Currently, we are talking only about daily candles. Okay, although it can be seen on multiple time frames, but we'll be talking only about the daily candle as of now. Okay, so that it is the difference between the high and the low price. Okay, of that particular day. The intrinsic sentiment bias for the hammer is basically why it performs is that the high-low range should be at least three times the real body. So the body is small and the range should be three times of that. Okay, so it should have at least three times of the body. So the body is this and the range is this much. Okay, so that is the requirement for the hammer pattern. And why this is required? Understand? If you see a hammer here, okay, this hammer, okay, this is also a hammer, and if you see, this is also a hammer. Okay, so why this hammer is important? Because if you see here, the prior trend was down, correct? Okay, everything was bearish. On this day, the market opened somewhere here, right? Since this is a filled candle, it means that the open was here, the close was here, right? So the market opened here, it went down, okay? So everything was in favor of the bears, right? But suddenly something happened, and the bulls came in and they started to buy. If there was no buying, why the price moved higher? Price cannot move higher without buying, right? So the price moved higher. That means there was some bit of buying. Okay, at the lowest price when the bears were fully in control, so from somewhere the buyers came in and pulled the price higher. This is the reason why the pattern is profitable. Why it makes sense to use hammer pattern, right? So that's the intrinsic bias or the logic why hammer patterns work. Now, as we discussed, we have to see the relative position of the body, right, compared to the high-low range. So what we do is that we take the difference between the closing price and the lowest low, right, and divide by the range. Okay, the range is the high, the low. This is where what we define as the range, right? So we take basically the uh, ratio, or we take uh, this ratio of this, right? The range between the close and the low, and the range, and this should be more than 70%. Sorry, greater than 70, 0.7 means this closer the low, the difference between the close and low should be at least 70% of the range. That is, the body should be on the upper side of the candle. Okay. And the same way, the low or the close, the difference between the open and the close should also be above the 70% of the range. So that means the entire body, the close and the open, both have to be at above the 70% of the range. So that means the body should be on the upper side, not on the lower side. So if this is the candle, if this is the range, the body should not be here. The body should not be in between. The body should be here. That is, both the open and the close should be on the higher side, correct? Near to the highs, right? Then we need a trend settlement. That is the trend before the candle pattern has happened, right? So here we take a 120-day exponential moving average, okay, and we take that at the slope of that. So basically, it means that the 120-day moving average should be rising. 120-day exponential moving average should be rising, okay. So basically, what we are trying to do here is that we are not going against a long-term trend, which is a 6 monthly trend, right? We may go against a short-term trend, maybe a 5-day trend or a 10-day trend or a 7-day trend, okay, but we'll not go against the long-term trend. So we are going with the long-term trend, but against the shorter-term trend, okay. And if that after a short-term downtrend, if there's a hammer pattern which is coming, that is what we are interested in to buy, okay. So the body size in this case, if you see, the hammer should have a small body. If it is a big body of the race, then it is not a hammer, right? So the race should be small, but it should not be too small also, because if it is too small, like if the open and the close are almost the same, then it will called a doji. It will be called a doji pattern. So we are not interested into a doji pattern. We are interested into a hammer pattern. For that purpose, we say that the body should be at least 5% of the high-low range. Okay, so the body should have, there should be some body. It should not be that the open and the close are exactly the same or very near to each other. The body should be at least 5% of the range. The color of the body, generally it has been thought that if it's a green body, green candle, it is better. But what we see in our backtest is that if the color of the body is red, it performs better. Although if even if it is a green body, it performs quite well. You can also take it as a green body, but if it is a red body, then it performs even better. That is what we saw in our backtest. Okay, that means the red body means that the close is less than the open, right? So the color is important in this case. Okay, now we go to the momentum. Okay, so we saw the momentum by using a 7 period RSI. Okay, we know that the RSI is a momentum indicator, and we are trying to go against the short-term trend. Okay, or we can say the short-term momentum. But we define by saying that the RSI should be less than 40. So if it is more than 40, then we are not interested. Okay, and we are using a 7 period because we just want a 6 7 day momentum. We are not interested to a 10-day or a 20-day fall. We're interested into a short-term fall, not a long-term fall, right? Because if it's a long-term bearishness, then it may continue. We are looking for a reversal, right? So we are not going against the long-term trend. We are going against the short-term trend, or we can say the short-term momentum. Right, for this purpose, we use the momentum. So we are going against the short-term momentum. The location basically is that we are trading in the direction of the upward uptrend, right? The longer term uptrend, but we are going against the short-term a shorter-term trend or momentum. Basically, we are wanting a short-term correction in a longer-term trend to enter a hammer pattern, right? The volatility again is important for this pattern because we take the current candle's range. Okay, what is the current candle range? And it should be at least twice the normal ATR. So normal ATR is basically a 14-day average range. Okay, you can understand it like a 14-day range. Okay, so the current candle should be big. Then the range of that candle should be big enough. It should not be a small candle with a small difference between the high and the low. It should be a big candle. Okay, The body has to be small, but the candle has to be big. Okay, so it should be at least twice the normal ATR. So the volatility should be high on this candle. We use a stop loss, which is a 5-day lowest low. So if the price goes below the 5 days lowest low, then we'll exit. Okay. So all these previous conditions were for buying, and this was for the exiting. Okay. So if the price goes below the 5 days lowest low, then we exit. Let's see the one example of that. Okay. So this is a chart of Alicon Engineering. Okay. This is on say the exit is come on uh, 8th March, I suppose. Yeah, no. See, this is the third August. Okay, and the buy came it at 167 rupees here. If you see, the 120-day moving average was rising, right? The slope of the moving average is rising, and hammer came here, right? It's a red candle hammer. As I said, the hammer should be. If it is red candle, then it's better. The performance is better. Okay, and if you see the RSI was below the 40-day. Okay, 40 RSI. Okay, so all the conditions were met here. Okay, and we bought here and we exited after 5 day lowest low. So if you see lowest low was not broken anywhere in between, it was broken on this day. If you say 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, sorry, from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, okay. So if this candle closed below the 5 days lowest low, so here we got an exit. Okay, and in this the exit came at 338 rupees. That was 100% profit from 169 to 338. This trade gave us 100% profit. Right. This is one example just to show you how we do things objectively. Okay. So this is how we trade and we analyze. And if you take a longer term statistics, we backtested, as I said, we tested it for almost 14 years with a capital of 40 lakh rupees. Okay, with 40 lakh rupees, the if we traded only one pattern, which is hammer pattern, from 40 lakh rupees, we made ending capital was 7 crores. Okay, and the profit was 6.6 crores just by this one pattern. The total net profit was 1600%. The annualized CAGR, that is the year-on-year return, obviously it will not be each year 22%. Somewhere it will be more, somewhere it will be less. But on the average, we made 22% return. Okay, we also consider the transaction cost, which we'll be paying almost 13 crore, sorry, 1.3 crores of transaction costs. Okay, exposure was 73%. That means that we were in the market only 73% of the time. The rest of the time we were out of the market. So this is also very, very important because we are out of the market. So the probability of having a price shock is much, much lower. The Sharpe ratio was 0.54. Okay, there were 823 trades. That means there were 823 hammers which were identified. Okay, average profit, if we take each trade, 800 trades, we made a 2% profit in each of these 800 trades. Okay, average bar of was around 16 days. So 16 days we held the trade. Okay, the maximum loss in any one trade was 21%. The maximum system percentage draw was 32%. So maximum we lost of our capital, whatever was our capital at that time, we lost 32% of that. Okay, the carbon ratio, which we call the car to max drawdown, was 0.7. That means the 22%, 22.60 divided by 32. That is the carbon ratio. All this we'll study in the CMT curriculum as we go forward. Most of things will be there in level 2. Okay. Profit factor we saw was 1.57, which is quite good. Payoff ratio was 2.48, 49, which is again quite good. Out of 820 trades, 390 trades were profitable. That is around 39%. 504 trades were loss making, which is around 61%. Total profits was around 18 crores, and we lost almost 11 crores out of that. So ultimately, we got 6 crores. Okay. Average profit of the winner was around 12%. So if we made if there was a winner on an average made 12% return, If it was a loser, it lost 4%. So if you see, it is 100, is 1:4 ratio. Sorry, 1:3 ratio, right? Average bar for the winner was 28 days, and average holding period for a loser was around 9 days. So we exited losers much earlier than the winners. The maximum consecutive winners were 9, but the maximum consecutive losers was 17. So we had 17 uh, consecutive losing patterns. Okay, so these all strategies are important when you know, because when you are trading, because if you know that in the backtest you have seen 17 consecutive trades on the losing side, you know that this can happen again in the future as well. So in real life, if you are seeing a consecutive losing trades of 10, 12, 15 also, you know that this has happened in the past. So it is a normal thing that may happen to the pattern. Okay. So with this, we are done with the presentation. Okay, we are open for the questions now. Okay, so we'll start from where we left. Okay, okay. Shine is asking, can we do CFA and CMT simultaneously? Is that advisable to save time and get the degree? Shine, if you are a genius, then of course you can do that, but I will not personally recommend it. Okay, because personally, I feel that you have to be focused in one thing and do one thing properly, then being into two boats and sinking in both the boats. Okay, so I will not recommend it. But if you are a genius, then you can definitely do it. Okay, just a suggestion: can we have a separate Q&A session? Yeah. So, okay. Does CFD exam fees include the cost of curriculum books? No, it doesn't include the cost of curriculum. What is the pay and salary after clearing all the levels of CMT, since the investment on course is marginally higher? Okay, so basically, Shivam, you can expect like 8 to 10 lakhs salary after clearing all the three levels and getting the charter. Okay, and but it will definitely give you more if you have a bigger experience. So if you experience more, then you can definitely get more. Okay. Does CFD body provide job assistance as well? Do they have their own job? Uh, they do have a job portal. Basically, they have a Discord channel in which they do post job opportunities. So they do help, but they also don't give you any what we say guarantee, right? Rahul is asking, can you make a video with your student who has got into hedge fund and about his journey? It will help us a lot. I can request Rahul. He'll come on Sunday. I'll request if he can give some time and we can record a video. It's good suggestion, Rahul. I'll do that. I'll try to do that. Hopefully, if he agrees, then we should get it. Isn't the return low as some of the good mutual funds deliver 20% CAGR? Rahul, personally, I would say it's not low. If you see the performance of someone like Warren Buffett, which is treated as a god of investing, his return is also 19 to 21% in that range. Okay, so 22% CAGR is not bad at all. I would personally say. Personally, I will be happy if I can consistently do that. Okay. And if you see in 9 years, your 40 lakhs became 6 crores. That's not a small thing. Understand that. Okay. Of course, it has the effect of compounding. Okay, you're not withdrawing anything. But in this, we are not taking dividends. So dividends are separate. That will be a different profit. Shine is saying we will be meeting this Sunday. Then the class is confirmed. Yes, this Sunday we will be starting for sure. Okay. Is there age restrictions for fresh CFD in job market? No, there's no age restriction. Okay, generally above 18, if you are there, then not a problem. Okay, age restriction, there's no age restriction, but below 18, nobody will generally hire, right? Do we need to carry a laptop? No, Shine, we do not require a laptop. You can just carry a notebook. Okay, That's enough. Okay, or you can laptop is not required because everything will be there. You have to listen and understand, then do something on the laptop. Or risk but order of sitting or the amount of cash, it affects the returns. Yes, that is also one reason, but this is not for 1 year or 2 year, 20%. This is his 50-year record, right? Right. It's not that right now he's in a mountain of cash, right? So obviously, right now his returns cannot be of the same percentage. I agree to that. Okay, but it's not a small this thing. Okay, and say it's up to you. If you are satisfied, it's good. I'm satisfied with the 22% return. If you're not satisfied, obviously I've just shown you one method. Okay, this is just one pattern. There's hundreds of patterns, hundreds of different systems. Okay, where you can get better returns. Okay, there's not denial of that. Okay, Rahul says, I am a BCom second year student. I have been trading in the market for last 3 years and have made five-figure profits in last 6 months. How can I career in trading? Okay, so that's great that you have made great returns in the last 6 months. Okay, so obviously you have to learn more. Although you are doing quite good, okay, and you are already doing quite good, so it's good. But learning will not be harmful for you, right? Okay, I would personally say that learn more concepts, then you have to find basically yourself. You have to know that what suits you. Okay, in trading, it's more important than what suits you than anything else. Okay, so your mental setup, how is your mental setup? Whether you can take big losses, whether you cannot take big losses, whether you can take big profits, whether you cannot take big profits. Okay, so knowing that is more important. Okay, what do you do when there's a profit? Okay, do you hurry to take that profit, or do you still hold on to those profits? Okay, and want them to become much larger. Okay, what do you do when you see a loss? You hold on to your losing trades, or whether you exit your losing trades. So all these things you have to analyze about yourself. Okay, and that will tell you what type of trader you are by nature. Okay, you cannot do something which is against your nature. It's difficult, although it's possible. I would not say it's not possible. It's possible, but then you will have to do a lot of hard work for that. Okay, so I would say CFD is one of the great things which helped me at least. I started as a trader in 2007. Uh, I became profitable in 2017. So it took me 10 years. Okay, and you are profitable in 6 months. So it can be luck, it can be your hard work. I don't know that. Obviously, I am nobody to judge that. Okay, but it's a difficult field. Okay, so learn as much as possible. Maybe not from me, maybe not CMT, but whatever is your interest. Okay, maybe you like options trading, maybe you like fundamental analysis, whatever. Okay, whatever is your interest. Okay, go deeper into it, because if you do something which is not of your interest, then it's difficult to be successful in that. Okay. Shahid is asking, is there any in-person admission? Excited to meet fellow participants and learn a lot from anyone. Uh, Say people can come with in-person admission also, not a problem. Okay. Uh, uh, yes, we are also excited to meet you, Shahid, and a lot other people will come. But what I have seen off net is that after COVID, people are much comfortable with online classes. Okay, so very few people actually come in person. Okay, so but yes, we'll have a WhatsApp group and everyone will be there in the group, so you can definitely interact with almost every one of them. And still the level 1 results have not come in. Last exams level 1 results have not come in, so we're waiting for that. Nishant is saying, is algo trading more beneficial than discretionary trading except for emotions? Personally, I feel algo trading is much more beneficial. There are a lot of advantages of if you see. In discretionary trading, how many markets can you track? Maybe 10 stocks, maybe 20 stocks, maybe 100 stocks, or 100 different uh, instruments. Okay. In algo trading, your reach is unlimited. You can trade in US market, you can trade in Indian market, you can trade in commodities, you can trade anywhere, right? Because algos are running. Your job is to monitor them, correct? So with algos, your universe is uh, the entire world. Anything you can trade. Okay. Not only emotions, as you say, emotions is an extremely important aspect of algo trading, but also understand that algo trading does not remove emotions. Okay, this is a myth that algo trading removes emotions. It does not remove emotions. It just removes your trade to trade emotions. So every trade you don't have to think whether I have to take this trade or I should not take this trade. Okay, but still your emotions will be there because in algos also you will have losses. Right. So at times, if there is a big loss, you will be emotional and think whether I should stop the algo or I should modify the algo or I should make some other algo. Okay. And if there's profits, there will be emotions like itna chal gaya, how much profit will be, how much more profit will be made. Okay, so there will be emotions. Don't think that there will not be emotions. Okay, but trade to trade emotions are reduced, if not zeroed down, then they are definitely reduced. So there are different problems with algo trading. When you go deeper into it, you'll understand more about it. Okay, you mentioned about early profit booking. How can we overcome that? Please elaborate. Okay, first thing is that you say early profit booking can be a problem, can may not be a problem also, right? In some models, in some strategies, early profit booking is required also. Okay, but generally we have seen that early profit booking is a problem, especially with trend following systems. Okay, so to overcome that, basically you have to build your psychology. You have to be emotionally stronger, and you have to see the performance of your method. Okay, you don't know right now how your method will perform. Say you may some method, right? You don't know in the last 10 years how it has performed. So if you don't know, obviously you will be entitled to if there's a profit, I should take it. But if there's a backtest, if there's a proven track record of your method, then you know that on an average, this method produces this much profit, so I should hold on to that trade. Okay. If you don't know that, obviously not every stock will go to say 100% return or 200% return or 500% return. There will be few stocks which will go to those extremes, right? But till you don't see that thing happening, that that will not happen. Okay, you have to. This experience will tell you. This backtest will tell you. This going much deeper into the system will tell you. Okay, so experience and say meeting and discussing with professional traders who have already been successful, that will also help you. Okay, so it's this to fix this. The problem is not of the entry or the exit. The problem is emotional, right? That is what I understand. So that you have to build upon your own psychology. Okay, Prince is asking offline timing, class timing is it's the same 10 to 1 on Sundays. It is a hybrid. So whatever I'm teaching in offline will be same will be there on for offline online also. Okay. There won't be any separate class for offline and online. Okay. Nishad is saying what is the role of CMT sponsors? Why do we require them? So basically the CMT association believes that the new CFDs have to be sponsored, or basically these are just references, not by sponsors. They be references. Okay, so whether a person is see, they cannot analyze every student, every CFD, every person who has cleared the CFD, and just by clearing the exam may not be, it's not necessary that he's a good trader or he's a good person, right? So they want somebody to refer him. Like if you see previously, it used to happen in India, uh, every bank account, if you have to open, there has to be at least one reference. Okay, you cannot open a bank account without any reference. Correct. So it's similar to that, that to get some known person recommend you is what they want, because they cannot reach to each and every CMT candidate, right? So that's the way that they have for it, but that's not a problem. Okay, that's my job. You don't need to worry about that. Always asking in business of trading, uh, returns come in chunks. Like for example, you don't make returns in 11 months, but in 1 month you get the whole return. That's very true, Rahul. That's very true. It happens. Okay, especially this is true with trend following. In mean reversion, in options selling type of strategies, you get returns consistently at times. Okay, in that case, making a career in it and depending on it for regular source of difficult. Yes, it is difficult, but understand that it's possible. Uh, Say there are two, three things which you can do. Okay, first is that what profile you have set is like 1 month return and 11 months of losses. That is very true, but that is generally a profile of a trend following method where you are looking at breakouts or moving averages. Okay, generally with those methods, such a profile will be there. Okay, so if you combine this profile, okay, with a mean reverting profile, right, where you take small small profits, okay, uh, and make a consistent profit. So out of this, say, is such systems like mean reverting system which have will have a accuracy rate of around 60 to 65%. Okay, so in that case, almost out of 12 months, 8 to 9 months will be profitable. So when you combine these two together, then your equity curve will have less volatility, and it will be easier for you to make a career as a professional full-time trader. So you'll have to combine a trend following method with a mean reverting method. Okay. Or what another thing what you can do is that combine your mean trend following method with another uh, another asset class, like you are doing it equities, you add commodities to it, because sometimes equities are losing but commodities are making money, sometimes commodities are losing but equities are making money. So somewhere you are making money, so that will again help you as a trader, okay, to be consistent and to remain in the game. Okay, another thing what we can do is that you can do long shot. Okay, in long shot, you are not dependent only on one direction. Okay, you can do long shot. Okay, another thing what you can do is that go into options. Options selling is again one thing which where you will make money almost in 12 months. Will make money almost in say 8 to 9 or 10 or 11 months also. Right, along with trend following, you add options selling product. Okay, so again, then your equity curve becomes smoother, and you can do it. Another thing what you can do is that do something what I do, like I coach, right? So coaching is take care of my monthly expenses of my house, of my office. Okay, and trading take care of my long-term wealth creation. Okay, so you can do something else into this market only, like trading, like training, like some sort of advisory you can start where you can have regular income. Okay, so some other thing you can do along with this. Obviously, you need more experience, you need more time. Okay, but all these are options which are available. Okay, and I will definitely recommend to you. You can also do one more thing. You can make multiple time frame systems. Okay, some system is running on 3 minute time frame or 5 minute time frame. Another is running on hourly time frame. Another is running on daily time frame. Another is running on mean weekly time frame. So somewhere there is trend. Okay, either they will trade in 5 minutes, or they will trade in 15 minutes, or they will trade in 1 hour, or they will trade in daily, or they will trade in monthly, weekly. Somewhere you will make money. So somewhere you're losing, but you're losing less because you're organized, you're disciplined. Okay, but you're making money in some other time frame. Okay, so these are some of the solutions which I remember I can think of now. Okay. A team Diksha Singh sir also registered for Vipassana meditation in November but wasn't able to go for 10 days due to family responsibilities. But will do it this year for sure. Has Vipassana helped you in trading? And if you could tell how it will be really helpful, thanks in advance. Okay, Atif, it has definitely helped me in trading. I did my first course in 2015. After that, including Sati Patan and Seva, I've done almost 8 or 9 courses. I think 8 courses. Okay, and it definitely helps you in managing your emotions. Okay, because trading is an emotional game. Okay, we do mistakes. As I said, if you are profitable, if you are in profit, you take early profits. If you are losing, you keep on holding to your losing trades. So these are all emotional decisions which you take. Okay, but after doing Vipassana, what happens is that you become more focused. You become more what we say uh, less emotional, right? So you can take right decisions. Okay. Uh, so I did it first course in 2015, and as I said, 2017 I became profitable. Okay, so Vipassana helped me to be a profitable trader for sure. And if you want to understand more about Vipassana on YouTube, I have put a video on Vipassana meditation. It's a 2 hour video. What I'll do is that I'll share it. I'll share the link if possible. You can see that video because I will need another 2 hours to talk about Vipassana. Okay, and I can and talk for and many and number of hours for on that. Yeah, yeah. So You can go through this link. Okay, thank you so much. It's a game-changing advice from me. Definitely work on advice. So does CMT curriculum teaches options selling method for consistent profit? No, Nishant. Unfortunately, CMT does cover a little bit of options, but not in depth options. So CMT is not for options trading purpose, unfortunately. Okay. Level 1 to level 3 life cycle journey. Okay, yeah, Prince. Okay. So basically, the journey of from level 1 to level 3, it will see, I can tell you about my journey. Okay. Level 1 is like more of understanding of basic topics. Okay. Let me do some of the other questions and then we'll come to this because there are some people only waiting for that. Okay. We'll search it. Okay. Sir, before we head for closing, could you please shed light on Nifty, Bank Nifty's holistic outlook, like where it may be heading next? Because since last 5 weeks we had raised about. Okay, understand one thing, Karan, that whatever is the current trend is the best prediction is that it will remain in that trend. So if it is sideways, the best prediction is that it may remain sideways. Okay, so the probability is I would say 50% or 50 to 60% probability that it will remain sideways only for the next few more weeks. Okay, I'm personally feeling that it can be little on the sideways to downtrending. Okay, so that is my personal view, although I'm not the best person for that purpose. Okay, and now we come to the journey from level 1 to level 3. Okay, so uh, my journey from level 1 it was that first I was very doubtful of whether I will be able to clear level 1. Okay, so I just took but I wanted to learn technical analysis and I thought that I should take the best possible thing to do because if you have to do something and you have to make money out of it, then personally you have to put a lot of effort for it, right? So I was ready for that, and I thought that I'll do the best possible thing in technical analysis. So I started to do. I thought of doing CMT. Okay, but I was very doubtful because at that time my age was around 36 years, 36 or 35 years. Okay, so I was very doubtful about that, and it was a first exam I was giving almost after 15 years or 15 to 17 years. Okay, so I was very doubtful, but then once I cleared level 1, I got a lot of confidence that I can do it. Okay, and I luckily I cleared the first attempt. Okay, and another thing is that your basics will be very clear as you see the charts. And then in level 2, what will happen is that you will go deeper into these indicators, what you have learned in level 1. Okay, how you can use these indicators more objectively, more systematically, how you can design models around them, how you can use multiple time frames. Okay, how you can see inter-market analysis, how the markets are interconnected, like commodity markets, bond markets, equity markets, how they are connected to each other. Okay, uh, what's the importance of risk management, how you can control your risk, how all these things. Okay, and then also it will be covered like relative strength option is also very important concept for level 2. In level 2, again, you will learn a lot about what we say linear regression, a little bit of more statistics, performance measures like Sharpe ratio, Turner ratio. Uh, uh, Also, you learn about breadth indicators. Breadth indicators are there in level 1 also, and they will be there in level 2 as well. Okay, how breadth is important for us to gauge the market scenario. Okay, so right now, I will say that the breadth is not very strong for Indian markets. That is a major reason I'm not very bullish in Indian markets as of now. Okay, and then as you go to level 3. We'll be talking more about risk. We'll be talking more about position sizing. We'll be talking more about uh, uh, relative strength. Again, it will be there. Relative strength will be there in level 3 as well. Okay, we'll be talking more about systematic trading again. We'll have a model building process. Okay, we'll see some experiments. Multiple time frames will be covered. Okay, a lot of things are there. So it's a beautiful journey, but you have to stay with it. Okay, stay with all the three levels. Don't give up. That's what I would say that no matter what, don't give up. And even if you may not clear because of some small reasons, okay, don't give up and continue with it. Okay, that will make you more stronger and because there will be times where you may not have been able to do the best which you would want the results. Okay, but don't give up. Okay, the most important part of the journey is that you should never give up. If you don't give up, ultimately you will be successful. Okay, as I said, it took me 10 years to become profitable. Now, because there was nobody to guide me at that time. Okay. Now, if you think, then I am there to guide you. So your journey can be reduced instead of 10 years, it can be reduced to maybe 5 years, maybe it's 3 years, maybe 2 years. But don't expect it to be less than 2, 3 years. Okay. Personally, I don't think that it's possible. It's not about the knowledge. Okay. Knowledge you can learn, knowledge you can get from the books, knowledge you can get from seminars, webinars, YouTubes. Okay. There's a lot of knowledge there which is available, but what is required is the experience. Okay, you have to build your own experience. My experience is not experience for you. My experience is my experience. It cannot be your experience. My experience can be your knowledge. I can share my experience, but that will be knowledge for you. It will not be your experience. I can be telling a lie, right? Anybody can tell a lie on YouTube, on webinar, on seminar, right? You don't know it, but till you don't experience it yourself, how will you know? There's no way without experience. And you'll have to do mistakes. Don't be afraid of doing mistakes because mistakes will teach you. Don't feel shy of doing mistakes. Don't like disrespect yourself by doing mistakes. We are human beings. We will do mistakes. If we don't do mistakes, we'll become God. Okay, so we are not gods as of now, definitely, right? So don't be shy of doing mistakes, okay? But do mistakes in limit. Don't lose your entire capital, right? That mistake is not acceptable. Okay, don't lose major portion of your capital. Okay, be defensive, be preservative. Okay, you have to preserve your capital. That is the most important thing in trading. If you do not have capital, you cannot trade. Nobody will give you money to trade, especially to a person who has lost money. Correct? The loss is entire money, right? So protect your capital, be defensive, learn. Say this profession looks very easy. You just have to open a demat account and start trading. But money making is not so easy. I would consider it to be the most difficult profession, personally, what I think. Okay, because it is more difficult than to be a doctor. If you see it to be a doctor, you have to have a 10 years of normal studies, then 5 years, 6 years of postgraduate, then again you have to have a 3 years of diploma or degree again, and after that you have to have a 3 to 4 years of experience. Then you become a doctor. So how many years? You've invested at least 25 years to become a doctor, right? Here you think that you can be a trader in 1 month or 2 months or 1 year. That's personally, I don't think that's possible. You can be lucky and you can be profitable for a short period of time. Okay, but that can be just because of luck. Okay, when the market turns against you, against your strategy, against your mindset, okay, then we tend to do a lot of mistakes. Okay, so it's a difficult profession. Don't think that it's easy, but it's very, very rewarding, and it's possible to be a profitable trader. It's a very, very possible thing. Okay, but don't think that it's very, very easy. That's one thing which I would definitely tell you. Okay, it takes a lot of effort. You'll have to give your 110%. Okay, then only there's some probability of you being successful as a trader. I'm not discouraging you, okay, but I'm telling you the truth. Okay, accept it or don't accept it is up to you. Okay, but it's possible, and the rewards. Understand that only 1% of the traders are actually profitable out of 100. Right, only 1% are profitable. But this 1% make money of what 99% lose money. Correct? Okay, so the rewards are very, very big, but you have to give your 100%, at least for the next 3 years, if you really want to be successful. You do course from me, you don't do course from me, but at least this thing you remember that it will take time. Okay, any other questions? I think it's almost like 2.5 hours and more than that. Sir, your fees for all the levels combined for just level one. This is for 30,000 is for level one, 29,999 for level one. For level one, for level two, it is 35,000 for online and 40,000 for in person. For level three, it will be 45,000, 40,000 for online and 45,000 for in person, like that. There's no GST, so that's the exact fee what we are paying. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Uh, Thanks a lot, Rahul. I enjoyed the session. I enjoyed the participants. A lot of participants were there, so really, really good from my side also. Nishan, from where can we learn options writing for consistent profits? Okay, Shubham Agrawal does some seminars. Tina Gadodia does some seminars. You can learn from them. Santosh Pasi, you can learn from Santosh Pasi. He does some seminars. Okay. We are also going to start options trading, options writing seminar, webinars and seminars. Okay. But that will take another 1 to 2 months. Okay. But these are two people which I can recommend. Okay. You can also see Vishal Mehta's this thing. Okay, he's good at option selling. Okay, and there are other people as well. These are the three people I remember right now. You can ask me separately. Maybe I'll remember more people also. Okay, but you can connect with them. You can take my name. Okay, they're all good friends. Kapil Dhama, I'm very sure. I have to check. I've heard his name, but I personally don't know him. Okay, so I'm not very sure. Okay, okay. So we'll wind up for the day. And if you have any other questions, like this is my details. This is my WhatsApp, email address, LinkedIn and Twitter handle. Okay, so we wish you success in your studies. Okay, thank you for and if you for attending the webinar. And if you want more details, you can go to cmtassociation.org. Okay, and about the CMT. Okay, you can also go to our website tradingheads.com. Okay, and you can follow me on Twitter, LinkedIn if you like. Okay, or you can WhatsApp me or send me a mobile message, whatever. Okay, yeah, Shahid, we'll see you on Sunday. Thanks a lot, everybody.